so much. It's often served on special occasions like Christmas Eve or New Year's Day. The classic beef Wellington has more than, get this, 1,300 calories. But today we are cutting it down to 436 calories. Chef Kelly Yorke here from the Kitchen Hotline to show us how to make this healthy swap. Now, this is really one of those days that you wish people had smell-o-vision because, wow, it smells good.
Well, thank you. What we're going to do today is we're looking at 5 different components of making the beef Wellington. The first one is we're cutting back the puff pastry and making a brioche dough that's got a mustard and green peppercorn seasoning. We're taking the typical liver pate and replacing it with a lentil pate. We're putting a goat cheese that is seasoned with a lavender flour and a yogurt and red bell peppers and what's the other swaps we're doing. Anyway, it brings it all down. The puff pastry is really the worst offender. First thing we're going to do though is we're not going to show you how to do the dough. You have to go online for that, for the recipe, which is available for anybody who wants to look it up. And we're going to make the lentil pate real quick. We're taking some shallots, about 1 large shallot, which is about 2 ounces, and some olive oil, and we're sauteing it with a cup of lentils. Get that all covered with the olive oil.
Oh, that's and then what smells so amazing right now. Oh my gosh.
Add 3 cups of a beef broth. Now, if you're vegan, you could use a vegetable broth. And then we're going to add some seasoning, and this is fine herbs. Fine herbs you can buy as a mix in your grocery store. It is chives and chervil and tarragon, and we've also got some garlic in there and some ground thyme. You're going to let that boil till it becomes soft and most of the liquid is absorbed. That'll take about 35 to 45 minutes. Depending on your altitude. We're going to set that aside. Then you take it out and put it in a food processor or a blender and you make a nice puree, and this is what it comes out looking like. This is also a great dip that you can serve with crackers. And then you're going to take half and half of Greek yogurt and goat cheese and mix it with some lavender flowers and let that sit.
Yeah, the putting in the Greek yogurt, that's a great tip to cut down on calories, isn't it?
Yep. Finally, the dough. Your dough you have to make the day before because it needs some rising time in your refrigerator overnight, so you do have to do some thinking ahead on this recipe. You're going to roll it out. This is about 2 ounces, and roll it out nice and thin. You're going to take your seared steak. Now we're taking, the normal recipe would have about 6 to 8 ounces of a filet steak. We're using 3 to 4. This one's a 4-ounce filet. You're going to put 1 ounce of your pate on top, 1 ounce of your goat cheese, and about 1 ounce of roasted red bell peppers. You can buy them in the jar in the grocery store. You're going to just wrap your dough over it. You're not going to go too far under the bottom because it just gets soggy when it cooks. Put that in the oven at 350 to 375 for about 20 minutes. You don't want to overcook the steak. You don't want it to be medium or well done. And that's it. You've got your beef Wellington. It comes out looking like this.
It looks beautiful.
Serve it with a sauce. It makes a great Christmas Eve or New Year's Day entree.
And not breaking your holiday, I guess, diet there because, wow, cutting about 1,000 calories out of that recipe.
Yes, and we're using whole grain doughs. We also use some coconut flour. A lot of benefits with coconut flour. You can get that at your health food stores and Whole Foods.
All right, thanks so much for being here this morning. And, of course, you can log on to our website to find that recipe, KWGN.com. And, of course, if you have questions about making your food healthier, you can call the Kitchen Hotline, 877-773-8485.